Hey Arian, just wanted to check in with you and let you know that I did send you via Canvas the data file. I zipped it up and compressed it, and so you're going to get something that looks like this. It'll be a zip file, and what you will need to do, I have it checkpoint 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So think of that as being a closed loop, just like a bike course or something like that. And so what you'll need to do, this will be the data you actually work with. Now, what I suggest you do is there's a couple things here. These dates and times, this is our local time, so this right here would be a date of 11/24 at 8 p.m. at night. It's done in military time. And if you look at that and you convert that over, we'll just pull one of the epoch times out or the epoch times out real quick. So we're going to make this so that it's human readable. And you'll learn how to, as you're doing this, you'll learn how to manipulate all this data. Keep in mind that this needs to be an epoch time, so that's going to be a regular number. And you can, there's all different types of ways to do that math, but first you're going to have to change it to a number like this. Now let's copy that, and we'll make sure that we're falling within the time frame that I told you we would fall within. Google. And online epoch time converter. And again, you don't need to use this. You'll actually create this a converter for it. There's a formula you can use, and if you have any questions about that, but it's researchable. It's pretty easy to do. So let me take a look there. Let's paste that number in. All right, and then we're going to change it to a human timestamp. So that was November 24th at 8 p.m. GMT. Okay, so and then GMT, that's Greenwich Mean Time. So that's actually, we're actually here in the States, we're 5 hours behind that. So that file was created at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So I'm only worried, and this is one of the things you'll have to figure out, I'm only worried about data from 9 a.m. in the morning till 10 p.m. at night. Anything that's outside of that, you can just get rid of that data, whether you write a macro or whatever you want to do. And again, I know you're going to have questions, and I know you're going to have challenges, so it's important that you and I keep tabs with each other. So that's that. All right, and let me explain the data to you again real quick so you got a little bit better explanation. This was the antenna at that particular location. Sometimes this will be a 1, sometimes it'll be 1s and 2s, and sometimes it'll be 2s. That's not real important to me. My main thing that I'm interested in are these two columns here. So if you want to nixie that data when you import it in and you load it into an array or whatever you decide to do, that's up to you. So this number right here, this is an important number. The only thing that I care about is the 36. That's the vehicle number. The rest of this is metadata so that I know the vendor of the tag and all that, but it's whimsical nonsense to us. So what you're going to want to do to make your data easier to manipulate and do your queries from or your searching from is you'll want to get rid of this portion and you'll want to get rid of this portion so that you only have a 36 there in that column. Again, this is your epoch time, this is your antenna strength. We don't need to worry about that. Unfortunately, the device that I was using to correct this race data, or to pick up this race data, it automatically gives you, this is what it sends you, so we have to create a filter for that. So that's the data again. The checkpoints are pretty easy to understand. I think you got that last night. Checkpoint 1, checkpoint 2, just think of them that they're sequential. And then eventually checkpoint 7, after they pass that, they'll go around to checkpoint 1. So in the first part of this, the only thing I'm concerned about is how long it took a vehicle to do a continuous lap. Now, I'm going to give you a hint. There's going to be some vehicles that might do it in less than 6 minutes, and there's going to be some vehicles that take more than, let's say, 11 minutes. Okay, I'm only interested, and you're going to have to build a filter and put some artificial intelligence inside the program, in vehicles that took 6 to 11 minutes to go around. All right. Anything that's outside of that, I don't want to see the data, so you'll exclude that. And we might have to open that up a little bit more, just for shits and grins, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Now, one more thing too. As a vehicle goes around, sometimes it passes the reader so quickly it doesn't pick up. So you may get a situation where, like, you have vehicle 1, then vehicle 2, vehicle 3 come through, and then 8 minutes later they come through again and they read fine. But maybe on the third time, vehicle 1 gets detected, it creates data for it. Vehicle 2, it doesn't see it because it went by the checkpoint too quickly, and then vehicle 3 came through. So we're going to have to come up with some kind of a thing that will detect that. And normally how I would do that is I would just do it by time. If we know the average time of a vehicle is somewhere between 6 and 11 minutes, anything that's outside of that will just take that data out of the pile. So if it reads the next time around, if vehicle 2 reads the next time around, and then when we subtract it out we show 15 minutes, we're not going to calculate any data on that. So hopefully that'll, I'll probably have to explain that a little bit more to you. But for now you got some data to play around with. It's to be expected. You and I are going to have to talk again, so see what you can do. Practice importing the CSV files, the comma delimited files, and work on creating your filters. And then of course you'll need someplace on your opening screen, you'll need a calendar function to where you can select a date and a time from a drop down so that you can go out and then import the data from the different checkpoints. So you can start thinking about all that. I know it's a lot of work. As we go along, we'll see how you do on it. I'll help you out a little bit, of course, and point you in the right direction. But I think that you're a smart enough cookie that you can figure this out, and I think you're actually going to enjoy this project. So just let me know if you got any questions. I'm available 10 to 2 daily, and anything outside of that from like 9 in the morning till 9 at night, I do try to answer my emails that normally dings me on my cell phone. So if you need some help, I'll be there as much as I can for you, buddy. Let me know if you got any questions. Thank you. Bye-bye.